very good morning and welcome to the brief on News First. I'm Florine Rajendran. Let's now take a look at your trending stories. Speaking to News First, Minister of Disaster Management Mahinda Amaravira said yesterday that search operations for the missing from the Lanka landslide have been called off. Meanwhile, putting to rest the confusion caused by disparities in figures, Minister Amaravira confirmed that the correct number of dead or missing from the Lanka the landslide is 34.
I did not want to say this until I received proper information which is due this evening. But I would like to state that according to the reports, it is confirmed that the number of dead or missing individuals is 34. We are happy that the number has reduced in comparison with the initial report. We have received reports that a large number of lives have been saved.
Leader of the United National Party, Ranil Wickremesinghe, says that the opposition will not intervene in the president's referral to the Supreme Court on whether he could contest for a third term.
If a certain candidate cannot contest and there is opposition to it, then it must be questioned when the nominations are submitted. The law provides an hour of time from when the nominations are submitted for opposition to be announced. That must be decided on by the Elections Commissioner. Once the Commissioner gives his decision, if it is not acceptable, then you go to court. So the Elections Commissioner should have the opportunity to reach an independent decision on a candidate. That opportunity has been deprived by referring this to the Supreme Court. This is an attack on the independence of the Elections Commissioner. At the same time, I would like to state that the UNP will not intervene in court since this is not a matter of public importance for which judicial power can be exercised. The 18th Amendment was poorly drafted. If the law was introduced to allow the President to run for a third term, then it has failed to do that. Parliament should look into this and see who is responsible for this. There was no two-thirds majority to adopt this amendment. They dragged over people from the opposition in order to adopt this. They have been made to face the consequences of dragging over MPs from the opposition.
A 33-year-old individual has been arrested in connection with the murder of an elderly woman in Vallavegadara, Kotudeniyawa. A 33-year-old individual has been arrested in connection with the murder of a woman in Vallavegadara, Kotudeniyawa. The deceased was a 60-year-old mother of three and was murdered while she was bathing in the Maoya. The body was found after concerns arose of her being late to return home, and the police stated that the investigations revealed that the woman had been sexually abused after being murdered. News First contacted a psychiatrist to inquire into the sociological impact caused by the constant occurrence of brutal crimes such as this.
When such men sexually abuse elderly women, it shows that they are either suffering from a mental illness or they have a personality disorder wherein they have a perverted sexual attraction towards elderly women. This is an abnormality. Since these cases are not identified early and treated in our country, this is aggravating and is fast becoming a social tragedy. Schools and parents too must identify, at a very small age, individuals who are stricken with such abnormalities. If they are treated when they are young, then we can prevent this from developing into a perversion that leads to sexual abuse.
The body of a 9-year-old boy was found last evening in Sanchipura in Norwood. The body was found in the backyard of the boy's house. The remains have been taken to the Navalapitiya Base Hospital for the post-mortem examination. There was a silver lining for Sri Lanka. Today, India's so far disastrous tour of India has Mahela Jayawardene added another feather to his cap. However, the euphoria was short-lived as Sri Lanka were beaten by 6 wickets, having scored only 242 runs before being bowled out.
After opting to bat first, it could have been worse for the tourists as they were 158 for 7. However, former skipper Mahela Jayawardene top scored with 118 runs off 124, which included 12 fours and a 6. Incidentally, Jayawardene became the 5th batsman in the world to cross the 12,000 run mark in one-day internationals. Following a poor start, Jayawardene and Dilshan put on a promising partnership of 105 runs before Dilshan was dismissed by Rayudu for 53. As for the hosts, Umesh Yadav finished with career best figures of 4 for 53, while Akshar Patel picked up 3 for 40. In response, India overhauled the Lankan score in 44.1 overs, losing just 4 wickets. The Indians were led by a strong opening partnership of 62 between Shikhar Dhawan and Ajinkya Rahane. Dhawan went on to score 91 before he nicked one to wicketkeeper Kumar Sangakkara off Nuwan Kulasekara. Virat Kohli then strung together 2 partnerships, first with Dhawan for 70, then with Raina for 35 to put the game out of reach for the Lankans. For the Lankans, Kulasekara, Thisara Perera and Dilshan took a wicket each. The win gives India an unassailable 3-0 lead in the 5-match series.
There it is. Lisa Beelan 3-0 up in the 5-match series.
Let's now take a look at the foreign exchange rates.